In this lesson, we're gonna learn post request. And we use post request to add data in the database. I mean to create data in the database. For example, we have here 4 boxes. We want to increase the total of those boxes. We want to add one more box or 2. How to do this? Using Axios and React Native. That's pretty easy. Let's create a function called create box. Is gonna be like before an async function because we're gonna make asynchronous operations. Okay, then we're gonna add the try catch blocks. So let's use this snippet to add try catch blocks, and inside catch block we're gonna just console.log the error. Okay, so step number 1, creating an async function. Step number 2, adding try catch block, as you've learned before. Step number 3, you're gonna store the response inside a response variable. Response is gonna be equal to await this API call Axios dot. Before we've used get and delete. Get to get the data, delete for deleting data. Now we're gonna add data, so we're gonna use the post. This post method to upload data to database. And we're gonna also add our endpoint URL. Then we're gonna add the body, because we don't want to create an empty box. We need to add data for this box, for example, title and price and so. So we're gonna just open a new object and put your data here. How to get this data? Look at our box schema in our database. We have created add. You don't need to add this created add because this created add it automatically. You just need to add name of author, the cover, price of book, email of seller. You don't need also to add this ID because it's gonna be auto-generated. So let's copy those 4 lines. Name of author, cover, price of book, email of seller. Let's copy them and go to our code and paste them like this. Now this called the body of our request. You can add here whatever you want. For example, name of author, we can make it Ahmed Sawi. Okay, the cover of the book, you can add any image that you want. For example, let's pick this image. You can choose any image. For example, let's copy the URL of it and replace this URL with the new URL. Okay, the price of book, let's make it 29. Finally, the email of seller, let's make it anything at hotmail.com. So that is the data. This data we're gonna send to our database. Name of author, cover, price of book, email of seller. Those key, the backend team is gonna provide it to you. Each API call, each post API call has some configurations, and the backend team is gonna tell you what you should send. Okay? Finally, let's make an alert with title book has been created. Now let's choose this function, create box. So let's add a button here. You can duplicate this line of code, and instead of delete box, just create box. And when we press on it, we're gonna just pass this function, create box. And now let's press save. Now let's press on create box button to see. Box has been created. And now let's go to our database to see our box. So now this is our database. Let's refresh. Let's press here to show our box. Look, now this is our new box. Our new box has been created with the name of author Ahmed Sawi and ID 7, as I've told you, the ID and created at You don't need to pass them. And this is the email of the seller. And this is the image. This is the image of cover book. You can go to it and see it, the image. And now, as you can see, we have here 5 box. Let's try to show our box inside our app. So let's just inside this view, let's make it save area view as a wrapper to see this get list of box button. And if we press here, now we get here our list of box, and this is the image. This is the old image that I have created. Now let's try to publish a new box. For example, let's add name of author. Let's make it HeroDev, and the image is gonna be this image. Let's copy the URL of it and replace it here. Just delete old URL and paste the new one, and the price is gonna be 300, and the email is gonna be HeroDev. And now let's press save. We can add another thing. When we press on create button and button has been created, we want to fetch list of box to make our box appear here at this list. So after we've created a box, let's call this function, the get list of box function, because when we call it, our new box is gonna appear here. Okay, so let's call it like this and press save. And let's try to press on create box button. Look, box has been created, and if you scroll down, here's our new box, HeroDev with price 300, and this is the cover image. One last thing I would like to mention. This body, we can create an object up here and to separate it from this function to make our code cleaner. So let's create a constant with the name of body, for example, and this is gonna be object, and we're gonna copy this body object, all of those 4 lines, and paste it here, and just take this body and put it after the URL like this. Now let's press save. Our function now looks a little bit cleaner than before, isn't it? So now let's try one more time to add the last box. For example, name of author is gonna be last box with 500. The email is the same and the cover is the same. Now it doesn't appear here. When we press on create box, box has been created, and when we scroll down, we're gonna see a box with the title last box. This is ugly UI, don't worry about it. We're gonna create a wonderful UI for our bookstore app, but I just want you in those lessons to learn how to use the Axios methods, post request and delete request and get request, to get data, to delete data, to create data. Our last method is gonna be the put request. Put request we're gonna use to update data in database. You're gonna learn this method next lesson.